Okay, so here's what I did while I was out faffing about. I pretty much killed every single orc that I could, but they'll just infinitely respawn. But I was able to get my power level up, completely maxed out. So really the big thing to note here are the new skills that I got, in particular Blade Master. So with this, instead of me having to get my combo level up to 8, I only have to get it up to 5 to use an execution. And I also have it double charged, so I can get 2 executions per 5 hits. Another important one is the Vault Stun. Jump over an enemy, instantly stuns them. And then of course I have the Shadow Strike Chain. I'll really show you what that does later. Got the Wraith Finisher. Now enemies' heads will explode when I use a flurry attack or a drain. And I think we got the combat drain in the last video. So let's go ahead and continue on with the story. And now I'm kind of overpowered in a lot of ways. With me running around and killing all of the orc captains that I could find, I was able to increase my power level quite a bit, which allowed me to unlock every single skill tier. So I'm not really worried about combat too terribly much, unless I'm going up a war chief and I ignored the bodyguards, but we'll get to that later. Let's go after the black captain.
Hold, brother. He wants the Grave Walker.
The Black Hand has come.
One of his minions. He was sent here to hunt us down. Let me gather my men.
The servants of Sauron are foes beyond any of you. Get your people out of Mordor tonight, or you'll all be dead by dawn.
There is a hidden tunnel to the Black Gate. Aaron, it's time. Goodbye, my friend.
So the local war chiefs did nothing to prevent this sacrilege?
They all perished in battle, my lord. All except me, War Chief Ratbag.
Fortunately, you are still alive. Now, bring me the head of this Grave Walker.
Claim the head yourself.
Ranger from the Black Gate. Where was your bravery when we bled your wife and gutted your son? Kill him! I will teach you what real pain is! Grave Walker!
Get behind him!
Your time is not now! I will teach you what real pain is. Your time is not now. How does your vengeance taste, Talion? Is not the darkness sweet? You acted too hastily. There's much we could have learned.
He slaughtered my entire family before my very eyes. What would you have done?
Do you speak with the living? Or only with the dead?
Who are you?
My name is Lothariel, from the Sea of Nurnen. My mother said you would be here. And here you are.
Well, Lothariel from the Sea of Nurnen. You should have stayed where you were. There's nothing here but death.
Lady Marwyn, Queen of the Shore, wishes an audience with you. She has seen visions of your misfortune.
Queen who sees visions.
Visions of the return of the great Celebrimbor. She wishes to make him an offering.
And what is this offering?
That is all I know. I must gather provisions. The return to Nurnen is long and treacherous. My camp is close by. It will be my honor to escort you.
We have defeated the Hammer of Sauron, but the Black Hand and the Tower remain.
And their master.
Okay, well, I think you've got a pretty good idea of what the Shadow Strike chain does. Just in case you're wondering, it was when I was chaining the Wraith attacks from one orc to another and just constantly picking them off one by one. The problem with that is that you run out of L-shot very quickly, but if you're constantly using the drain, you can replenish your L-shot, so you kind of have to just balance the two out. Alright, let's see what this mission's got for us here.
That's the Ranger!
Really? You guys really want to do this? Wow, all one of you. Good job, asshole. There we go. Now we can move on to the next area.
The smell of fresh meat always attracts the scavengers.
And they tend to travel in packs. You should leave now.
Queen will be pleased to see you. we're here. Lady Marwen, Queen of the Shore.
The fallen ranger from the Black Gate. Come closer.
Your daughter claims you have something for me.
Not for you, Talion. The hour grows late. Very soon, the Dark Lord and his army will march all over Mordor, but a great power can be awakened to prevent it.
Is that why I'm here?
Breach into Morgoth's Scar. Take the elven craftwork from the ghouls and find the dwarf.
Stay strong, Mother. Come.
What is your mother's affliction?
No one knows. She worsened after her travels.
Is there not medicine?
There was, but our camp was overrun.
I need to find the way to Morgoth's Scar. There's a good chance we can pick up the ghouls' trail of that ransacked caravan we passed earlier by the ravine.
You know, she looked an awful lot like Theoden in the Two Towers. I don't remember if Saruman is in this game or not. I don't think he is, though. Alright, here we go. Gotta do that Assassin's Creed thing of climbing the towers.
My ancestral doom I must push away with light.
So these are the collectibles that I went through and picked off before I actually started the real recording for the last area we were in. So I'll wind up doing that at some point through this. But we'll worry about that later. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about recording it because it's not very interesting to watch somebody go up to a place and pick up the thing. So we'll just go ahead and continue on as we can for now.
How does the Queen know of your past?
Ancient knowledge lays unseen by all but spirits. You can see into both worlds.
And perhaps she will lead us to what we seek. So many dead Uruks. I must thank the ghouls before I slaughter them.
Ghouls are scavengers. They take all, but leave one thing behind.
I must locate the ghouls' tracks. There's our trail.
There we go. Oh, I can get some intel off this guy. Yeah, let's just go ahead and start uncovering the war chiefs now. What's this guy all about? He's terrified of Caragors and he can be injured by combat finishes, but he's invulnerable to stealth and range. We'll worry about that when we get to him. Oh, fuck your head, buddy. If you were smart, you would have ran. This is both one of the great and bad things about this game, in my opinion, is that the combat, you can become very powerful very quickly, which is gratifying to play it, but it kind of breaks the game in a lot of ways. In Shadow of War, there's no way in hell I would actually be trying to go toe-to-toe with that many orcs. Well, that's not that many, but it gets really, really, really bad in Shadow of War to the point where I don't even want to get into combat at all. There's our trail. These scarecrows out of their cages? Yep, they are. We gotta be careful here. I think he saw me. Hello, friend. Now, if you wonder why I'm going out of my way to actually get those executions, it's because if you look in the bottom left-hand corner, that sword with the little meter around it, I have to get that recharged in order to have my rune activated, which will give me that 20 seconds of executions. And the only way to get that is to get execution kills. So you never want to be without that, especially if you're going up against like a captain or a war chief.
And this must be Morgoth's Scar.
Without triggering the ghoul swarm. So basically, don't get caught by a
belly
ghoul.
of the beast, stealth is my best weapon.
Let's not have a repeat of the last episode where I had to do the exact same thing over and over and over again, huh?
Staying high will keep me out of sight.
Oh, yeah, let's get out of there quick.
Ghouls fear fire as much as light. Those flames might prove useful if we are overwhelmed.
Alright, we have to get down on the ground floor, which I'm not happy about. Alright, back on the high ground. I'm afraid to even shoot that fucker, but I might have to. Alright, no, we can get away with shooting them. We're gonna do that if they actually impede progress, though.
A treasure room. Your heirloom must be here.
By the Dark Lord himself. I'm still covered in my family's blood.
We are betrayed. Its power blazes like a beacon, and will bring ruin to all Middle-earth.
Gondor! What is that creature?
Ghoul matron? Let's hope. Yeah, he's weak to the visual shit. Shouldn't be too hard. Completely immune to being stunned, though.
They will keep coming, till only our bones remain.
Okay, this is getting a bit too rowdy for my taste.
The storm has passed.
Good lord, I've only got 2 minutes to get out of here.
We must escape this darkness.
Yeah, screw 'em. Let's just get out of here.
Those fires will stop them. The entrance is done. So is our end if we don't reach it in time.
Pity to end your military career inside the belly of a ghoul, eh? I'm Torvin, the Beast Hunter. And I bet 10 pints you just nabbed the treasure I was after.
Now, I am grateful for the assistance, but it does not grant you proprietary rights.
Keep it! I just found something a lot more valuable.
And what would that be?
My new hunting partner!
What you want does not interest me, Master Dwarf.
Even if it leads you to the chisel that belongs with that hammer. Every creature's got its lure. Yours just happens to be very old. Well, if the thrill of the hunt takes your fancy, my camp's not far.
Find the dwarf.
That dwarf was more Scottish than Sean Connery.
What of your vision, Celebrimbor?
I used all that he had taught me and forged the three in secret. Water, air, and fire.
So we got plenty of new missions to do, but we really do need to try to get these towers uncovered. Let's go ahead and get the towers done real quick, and then we can move on. Yeah, think of it as Assassin's Creed. But it's much more important to get the towers done than this than it is Assassin's Creed. Gotta figure out how to get the hell out of here. Can we get up here? Yep, there we go. Alright, we got our new ability. Thank God. Quick Draw. This is the one I've been wanting. Greatly reduces the time it takes to charge a bow attack. Thank God. Alright. Alright, so the nearest tower is right here. So here's what we'll do. We'll get towers as we go. So we've got one main mission there. I think this is the dwarf all the way the hell over here. Yeah, that's the dwarf. So we'll work our way towards him. We'll pick up this tower, this one. Yeah, I guess we get 4. We'll get 4 towers on the way, and then we'll continue on with the dwarf missions. And while we're at it, we might as well get some intel on some war chiefs. I'm gonna get you. Little surprise butt sex for you. Combat finishers and explosions. You guys really want to do this? Well, it's just some intel lying around. So we've got 3 war chiefs uncovered, only 2 more. Then we got to figure out who all of his bodyguards are. It's very, very important that we pick them up before we go after the war chiefs. I mean, you can go after the war chiefs while he has all of his bodyguards, but it is one hell of a fight if you try to do that. Because then you have to try to memorize each bodyguard's strengths and weaknesses and pinpoint them as you're fighting in the middle of combat. It's too much. It's much easier if you just go after the bodyguards individually before you go after the war chief.
What beautiful stones. This tower reborn, as am I.
Now, if you're wondering, the big point of getting the collectibles is that's how you get your Miriam. And, well, it's not the only way, but it's one of the big ways you can get Miriam. And that's what allows you to upgrade the elf shot and your focus and your health and get more rune slots and all that. You see me. Yeah, I'm not dealing with you. No thanks. So we got some worms over here we might be able to interrogate. I want to see if I can sneak around and just get this one. Kill the rest of them, then go after the other one. There we go. One more chief to find out. Alright, come on, boys. I keep trying to tell them not to mess with me, but they won't listen. Okay, so we've uncovered every war chief. Now our focus is getting information on all their bodyguards. So let's see, here's one bodyguard. Not really much of a point in actually checking them out right now since we're not specifically going after them. We'll worry about that later. It's for these slaves over here. Really, guys? Oh, you better run. Oh, you want some too? Come on.
There were a dozen more of us and we fled the camp. Please, can you come back and save the... Thank you, Ranger.
And freeing slaves always nets me a little bit of XP, so it's good to grab them when you can. There's some more intel right there. Yep. Headshot. Pin him in place.
Freedom.
More intel together, be easier to make our lives later. Alright, here's our third tower.
What took you so long to come in?
Or as I like to call them, not vantage points.